He didn't know the person crashed yet. We went from 84 to 27. What were the speeds before this going through
What
turns?
an idiot.
Okay, now that's him speeding up. Let's see what's... So 45. So he went down 15 to 20. He went basically 50%, 40 to 50% speed that the guy in front has been doing. So that was a nice straightaway. So that's about... Okay. We're going to pass him up. Now let's watch it happen. Watch it happen. So he was braking hard, and so was the other person. Now he sees what happens.
Oh, crap.
So we just passed this guy. So remember, right when we're passing, what speed were we going? Right when we crossed over, 56. So 56 miles per hour right here. Look how close we are. Okay? If everyone wants to say, hey, GoPros make it look like it's the car turning out in front of me is further than it really is. It's actually really close. It's really, really close. Well, look at this. If this is a GoPro, what do you think that is? What do you think that is? That is extremely close. You just cut off this guy. You just cut off this guy. And you slammed the brakes yourself. You slammed the brakes yourself. Okay, the goal is to have an escape path. You couldn't get out of there. The goal is to plan your ride. The goal is to be a smart rider. Couldn't do any of this stuff because the environment, we have to take a step back, everybody. Take a step back. What is it that we're doing here on the roads? What is it that we're doing all here, this big group ride? You have to really take a step back. And what is the mentality? What is the purpose of this? Is the purpose to race in the mountains super fast and have a ton of fun and risk things because we're wanting to get that adrenaline, we're wanting to get those dopamines and all those other endorphins and everything going on? That's what we're trying to do. That's the basis of it. And that's what's happening here. We're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, going from point A to point B as safe as possible. Different mentality, different groups, different everything, but the goal is, in this crew, is to be safe. That's not what happened here. So let's take a quick look. So we lost traction, gained traction, and now we did a high side. So there's the impact almost into the car. Now, thankfully, he likes to do this, where it's nice slow motion because that's how he gets his views, is when he crashes other people on
his views. A clown, a stupid clown, not near close. In the Nidianazo League, of course, we can argue, we can mention, we can see, and even in driving style, of course, this is a clown riding always 2024, 2025, 2020. Lastly, he bought a new Ducati, but as you see, Nidianazo actually measuring air temperature, ground temperature, shade temperature. His bike has no ABS, no traction control. Of course, this clown have the S1000RR with whatever systems alright deactivated, but anyways, a much newer motorcycle. Also, this guy, even from his positioning, you saw before here, he's not that good. He's not as Nidianazo, but even with an older motorcycle, this Honda CBR, I think is either a 600, either a 1000, maybe 1000, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, how can you compete and push this noob, this, let's say, average rider, this good rider, with his limits in this way, to make him crash for views? Because that's why I paused, because he said about views.
So we lost traction, gained traction. How he gets his
views
is when he crashes other people on his channel. because he found out that when he crashes, he has to take a break. He has to heal up. But he's got a plethora of viewers that want to ride with him. If they crash, well, he's still gonna get the views.
Thumb down. Max Risk. Idiot clown.
I don't know if that's the motivation. I don't know. I'm not saying it is. That's my guess. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna start going into this. So now we start to crash. Now there's that left ankle. Boom. Once it grabs the ground, you see it snapping back. Okay, so your shoes obviously have rubber on the bottom, or whatever it is, typically Vibram. If you get any type of motorcycle boots, they are meant to be tacky. They're meant to actually have grip. And guess what? When you're on the road, this is supposed to be grippy. So here we go. So watch the ankle. It's in line, immediately out of line. So that is going to be a lot of tendon in shoes. You're going to rip apart ligaments and tendons inside your ankle. Not good. You get easy dislocation into that. Now we're starting to go down. We're starting to go down. We got that left side, left side, left side, left side, left side. Now the hand's going down to protect the body. That is a natural human response to protect the core. When you fall forward, you put your hands down. When you fall sideways, you try to crunch up and put your arms here. You're trying to cover your chest and abdomen, which is going to have all your vital organs. So your body's like, we'll get rid of our legs and our peripherals. We want to keep the internal safe. So there's the hand. Same thing. It's going to grab traction. We're going to have issues possibly with the wrist. And left elbow. This is where motorcycle jackets have armor in it to absorb that impact. And we have the shoulder, left shoulder. Same thing with armor in the shoulder. Remember, we're supposed to be acquiring and using personal protective equipment. If you don't have any personal protective equipment, there is some Revzilla beginner gear that they like to put out there. And he hits his head. He slams his head on the ground. Look at the head right there. You can barely see it because of the tire, but the side of the head, boom, hits the ground hard. That's where that coup contra coup is. Your brain is inside cerebral spinal fluid, which is not supposed to have any blood on it. That's why when you have brain bleeds, it's terrible. But cerebral spinal fluid is only inside your skull and in your spine. So what your brain is doing is actually inside of it. It's almost like a suspension system. The only thing that's really connected
Like
to
this
anything
guy.
in there is your brainstem to the rest of your spine, but it is just kind of floating in there. And on the inside, you have, you know, the fluid in between the brain and the skull. The skull itself, then now you have skin and membrane and all that.
So not that much time left. Big like to Dan. Big dislike to Max Risk. Again, Nidianazo. Let's see how his latest video looks like, and if he really appreciates it, of course we appreciate it too. He's actually a real deal. That Max Risk is crap. Oh, with sound.
39 degrees.
Good job. Good job. And the idea is next one. Nidianazo, he goes on his own pace. He race with himself. He's trying to beat the seconds, not his friends, not his partners of the ride, to be the most famous a people pleaser clown, because that's what people pleasers are. I was also a people pleaser, of course. Being on 10 born on the day, let's say 10, so someone said that 10 is the number king, the king number, because he also have 0, he also have 1. So in term of understanding, of course, in my path, I needed both to be a clown, a people pleaser, but also to be good, to be a master. And of course, my advice to Max Risk, who compete for views, for stupid shit in his brain, having 1.1 million, 1000 video is just funny, comparing with a 22,000 Nidianazo who race with himself, who risk, and of course, yeah, it's dangerous, but this guy risk on his health to push himself, not to push others, just to make some stupid numbers, stupid videos. If you think you're fast, if you think you're a good rider, compete with Nidianazo with your brand new bike, whatever Ducati you bought, and even then you're still not as good, not as perfect, or you don't pay that much attention to small important details as the real guys do. One more run from Nidianazo. Push it. With the mentioning that this guy doesn't cut the lanes, he stay in his lane. On the previous video you heard Dan saying that that clown actually is switching from lane to lane like a clown, you know, and crash and make people crash. Sorry, from the beginning. You can see also his video is badass.
I have never seen anybody riding like this on the street. This man is committed to the bit, man. He's committed. You're talking guardrails, oncoming traffic, you're talking cliff edges. It's not going to be pretty. This is ridiculous. Folks, it's pretty...
His bike. The end of the video, no more minutes. Let's hope we see his build. Anyways, salute you. We'll see in the next episode. Thumbs up to Nidianazo. Think, analyze, test, go back and forth and see what works for you by improving yourself, not by sabotaging your enemies or your friends. Why not? Remain human, good human. Einork.
As it's been for the last few years, one of my goals is to take track style and apply it to the roads, trying to keep the tires right on the edge of grip and going past it sliding the bike. I know I can do more, and I want to improve my braking performance especially, but I'm working on it. I look for roads that have the best of everything, and that's just it. The road dictates the type of riding you'll be able to achieve. You can't go elbow down here, and on corners like this, then the traditional upright road racing style could be swapped for the extreme hanging off style to great effect.
Oh, look at the little darky there, get it there.
By staying low into the inside of the bike. More power can be put down before the tire loses grip, allowing for a higher corner exit speed. Motorcycles don't know or care if they're on a racetrack or a canyon road. It's all just rubber on asphalt. While the size and shape of the corner makes for what's possible, the rider must be able to realize that potential.
Good lane angle as well. You can see it's not full short circuit lane angle.
Different types of corners require different braking strategies, so you may be better off braking as hard as possible with the bike straight up, then at the last moment releasing the brakes and quickly flicking it in if the entry to the corner is small, short, and the width of the corner is narrow. If there's a long way from the initial turn-in point to the apex on wide corners, trail braking will let you carry a higher speed for longer as you first brake hard, then trail off the lever pressure as you increase the lean angle up to the apex, or as close to it as you can get. Banyaya coming into the chicane. He's leaning the bike over at a slower rate than me because he's trailing the brakes and carrying more speed to the apex. In both shots, there is an acceleration and braking zone between the two corners, but in mine it's shorter. I can just fast flick it in, then focus on driving hard out of the turn. I've been experimenting with knee and foot positions. If you watch Bautista's inside leg, he keeps it almost straight forward. I've previously ridden that way, but in this video I'm keeping my knee out and up high by lifting my heel, basically trying to touch my knee to my armpit, compacting my body mass. I'm not sure which I like better, but lifting my heel, it feels correct to me. I get a better feeling through the foot pegs. Every road and every corner takes the right approach to exploit the bike and its tires to the fullest. My goal is to never stop learning, always try to improve, and understand what needs to be done to go faster, and then do it. Film it for you guys. I hope you like the video. See you next
Yes.
time.
Watch my hair on my hand. Man. So maybe I will manage to say the idea is as he presented a monologue in his video in mind, he tried to arrange to present with videos for me, for you to understand how the process in mind actually is structured. When you will be able to have this talk into your mind with you as often as possible, even as my video now is very long. It has 2 hours. The talking was slow, but when you write fast, or back in the day when I managed to be the finest and the most refined system possible in my past, of course, this kind of monologue, dialogue, analyzing was present in every second, in every detail, in each moment, to push now, to accelerate now, to hang on like this. Oh, I made this good, I didn't make that bad. Next time I can try this. This chain is like this. Maybe I can change the form. Maybe I can improve that brake. Maybe I can raise my saddle a bit. Maybe I can get a wider handlebar. Maybe I can lower the stem. Maybe I can push faster. Maybe I can change the tire. So when you will be able to stay well with your thoughts and navigate between them, filter them, select what's good, select what's bad, and to let aside all the world drama of max risk, whatever follower, whatever fame, whatever money, root, whatever BS clown shit. Yes, you will be able to understand and to improve. Otherwise, you will just test, try whatever manufacturers will give you to experiment. Of course, you after experiment will sell that crap to another dude, not understanding anything, just selling, just saying, by the way, oh yeah, that new model of BMW is good. Oh, that Ducati, oh, incredible bike, so much power, oh, very powerful, oh, good bike, oh, brake, oh, bike, everything good at bike, but in your understanding, zero. You know only numbers, you only know to crash and to not learn anything, but just make it worse, to make others crash like a stupid ass like you, just for the sake of life, let's say like this, of a bad life, of a irrational, ignorant, clown life. This is not life like that. So let's continue with Nidianazo. his elbow. Straight arm. Good positioning. Watch. Oh my god. He's with head actually in trying to reach the front of the wheel. Incredible position, which basically the max risk almost recently is trying to practice, and of course kicking butts with other guys asking, oh, how is my body positioning? Oh, your body positioning is awesome, man. Yeah, awesome. Shut the heck up. Woohoo! Nice.
Un nou mic dejun distractiv pentru copiii tăi. Trix, distracția începe.
Yes. As you're turning left.
Thank you so much, Nidianazo. Your ideas are very clear. Your content is pure, is based on effort, is improved and refined in time, and this is very, very clear. Is also very inspiring. I'm actually very well impressed that the video actually didn't ended, but after this 2-3 minutes, of course, we will end with I don't know who this guy is. Gypsy Tales, a channel of podcast. I watched the interview with Casey Stoner. Very, very good interview. I recommend, but not knowing who this guy is, I watched a bit, and just 2 minutes are very relevant.
Guidance?
About trying one thing and then going back, and then go back again to see the difference. If you spot the difference, if that thing work, then fine. Make sure that it is actually a working, good working, which doesn't unbalance the whole system, because otherwise you can change a thing that work good on one side but can create an unstable system in other area. But in general, it's very good to experiment, trying left, then go back, trying right, go back, then try again left, and then you understand how the things work. In that way you improve only by going back and forth.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think
if you really
could,
like know what you're looking
yeah,
for.
like
I'm surprised the things that I can tell and can't tell. Like I did a test. I did. Kiefer had a 350, like a modded 350, and then a stock 450, and he's like, you come and we'll just like test. We'll do a test. I did. Kiefer had a 350, like a modded 350, and then a stock 450, and he's like, you come and we'll just like test. We'll do a lap time or whatever. And I got off the 450, I rode both bikes, and he's like, how was it? And I was like, dude, the fucking handlebars, like, those handlebars feel way shorter. And he just laughed. He's like, yeah, they're a millimeter shorter.
1 mil.
And it fully was like, I couldn't get my head around riding the bike. But, you know, like, I know, obviously you can feel something like that, but some stuff I'm like, don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like, we've invested our entire life into this thing, you know?
For sure.
So there's definitely something to be said that if you don't, yes, you're going to have a harder time telling what you like and what you don't like and what the difference is. But like for a general idea or something big like that,
But it's just surprising that that is a big change. You wouldn't think that that motor would make, or like the electric start motor would make that big a difference.
But honestly, it's with anything on not even cars, right? There's a million moving parts. So
Yeah.
if you change something here, it's gonna affect the leverage on here. Like everything changes with the tiniest change. So, and some are more drastic at your feel, right? And some are just like, it's like, you know. And sometimes you have to go back and forth. Actually, most of the time you have to go back and forth because you can
Yeah.
have your bass, you try something, and you're like, I don't know, it wasn't that much of a difference. You go back. That's when you really feel the difference. So
Yeah.
I go back and forth a lot. Like I don't just base everything off of my very, very first thought. You know what I mean? Like you have to sometimes go back and forth to really determine if it's the right way to go.
Yeah. So you do those first couple rounds. Where are you at in 2017? Like that had to be maybe like the peak or like some of the best that you.
Yeah.
All right. So as of course I showed you before, to just think that whatever manufacturer put on the bike 200 with 220 on the front, and that bike is the best bike possible and it's incredible, and shut the hell up and try and work your ass into understanding what's that about. So yes, the end is here. As I said last time, Toyota Japan, this
Foot down.
this not that extreme situation is favorable to Japanese style. Also, I forgot to mention, Lexus also created the LFA, of course, a concept car, a supercar, which BMW as a supercar Blondie, a let's say famous influencer of hypercars and whatever cars, said that BMW lack, because guess what, when you create supercars you lose money. So that's why BMW is not the best, because it don't has a supercar like the upgraded version of BMW i8, something like that. Crazy car. But Lexus has, and I forgot last time to mention it when I presented you that Toyota even have Lexus LFA V10. And Japanese are the best, of course. No Italian crap, even no Net Geographic documentary, so they are
this top secret mega factory,
as good as possible.
is taking shape.
Documentary, you know, very interesting.
The highest revving V10 engine in a production car. 325 kilometers per hour. A car like nothing Lexus has ever produced before.
In collaboration with Yamaha, which of course Yamaha are not motorcycles, but they are also into instruments. They create pianos. Yamaha, you can read here, Yamaha. So they know what sound is, and they refine this Lexus LFA, their motorcycles, to sound very, very, very good. Ending with a video, a Western, as I said, I don't know who these guys are, Western channels which review the Toyota Century third generation, I don't know, 2017 and up, in English, of course, very rare. One of them own the old model, this guy owned this model, but now we also have the new model reviewed in English.
And this
is the all-new G60 version of the Toyota Century. This one here is a lot newer. It's from 2018 and it is absolutely insane. I don't think it is entirely better than my G50, but I'm thinking about upgrading to this one here, the G60, so I think we better review it. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's talk about price. These things new in Japan right now, they're about $200,000 if you can get one, because they only make 50 every single month. So Jacob, very exclusive.
That's like 600 a year.
Really?
So, Toyota is, of course, best Japanese. They actually create a version reliable of Rolls-Royce, of Bentley, which is even cheaper, but they create very few, so it's even more rare than those other piece of junk. Mayweather have Rolls-Royce, Cristiano Ronaldo have Rolls-Royce, Mike Tyson had Rolls-Royce, but who have Toyota Century. Presidents. Last time I forgot to mention that Japan president actually have a bulletproof Toyota Century, because I actually thought, bulletproof Toyota Century? No, I don't think. But yes, they have this version, as Americans have that Lincoln or Cadillac for Trump, Obama, which is bulletproof, bomb-proof, grenade-proof, rocket-proof. In the same way, Japan used this specific car for their president and is bulletproof. As a due from the last time, because I forgot and I didn't had that much memory and everything ended abruptly, but I remained with this obligation and responsibility to continue the argument that Toyota, of course, in my opinion, is best, as I said before. If not, you can argue as much as possible, but when you need to work your skin, your ass, your muscles to learn to improve, and not just test for the DM thing to feel some differences, of course, in that moment it becomes important, the whole system, not just the product we look at and we say, oh, it's good, oh, it has power, it has power, oh, it's lightweight, oh, it's it has aerodynamics, oh, it's best. Shut the fuck up. So peace, we will film next time. I'm very happy we managed to touch all the points. I didn't expect to have that much memory. This is really impressive in my opinion, because I always struggled with this filming capacity, but hopefully you like and explore more on yourself, only to improve, not to expect from God and other people to offer you for free best bang for the buck, best product. But anyway, as I said, this is a video of as a saying thanks to my family, and also from this gratitude you will receive some very even more interesting, maybe not that practical, but interesting best behavior and ideas from me to you, my friends.